Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Real quick, when I say live, what I mean is that I'm recording myself right now in real time, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So if you are looking for a video where somebody's doing a trade recap or talking to with hindsight in their favor, this won't be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, raw, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then I'm confident you'll get value here from this video. So I will pause the recording software for now and I'll be back at the open. Okay, watching 117.50 here on Tesla. Let me get this alerted to my 117.50 flush point, 1 minute. So I do offer private community, so that's what I'm referring to when I say get it alerted. Again, 117.50. Finger on the trigger, just a game of doesn't want to come down. Maybe 117.75 if this thing wants to get up to right around 118.50. I'll go ahead and pause and I'll keep an eye on it. All right, maybe coming down. And then it bounces back up. So definitely we have some back and forth battling going on right now. I'm going to go ahead, as it goes back up, and pause again. I'll keep a close eye on it and I'll keep you posted. And quick little update. Glad I waited for that confirmation, which never came, which saved me from getting into a trade that you can see now is bouncing back upwards. So as of now, never mind on Tesla. This one's actually seemingly relatively strong compared to the market, because the market, when it was falling down, Tesla was still just going sideways, which was another reason why I hesitated. And then there was a slight bounce in the markets, which set this one off in the upwards direction. So Tesla definitely stronger than the overall market right now. So I'll keep an eye on it, but got to keep that in mind. And I'll look around and see what else is out there. But 119.65 was an area that I was watching earlier that didn't seem like it would come into play, which could. So 119.65, I'm going to keep an eye on that. But I will go ahead and pause. Well, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that. I mean, was strong, and then just like that, straight down. Remember 117.50 was watching that, but I'm not going to take it on that state. That was just a crazy move. So unfortunately, didn't really give me much of a setup. Yes, in hindsight, I could have chased, but big picture perspective, if you're constantly chasing, you're going to get burned at points, and it can be a very painful experience. So yeah, that was just a crazy move up, and then it came all the way back down. I suppose in hindsight, maybe a trade up there, but like I said, I turned my back, and then when it started to come down, I was waiting for some sort of bounce back upwards, and it just never showed up. But such is the life sometimes as traders. Sometimes things cooperate perfectly. Other times, not so much. Now, do I try to play a back test here? Maybe. But as of now, that original trade just never played out. All right, watching 147 here on Nvidia, NVDA to go short. In at 146. So let's see if we can get this come on down. So this thing's either rolling over or it's going to head back up. Very basic premise here. Like I said, it's either coming down or it's going to continue on up. But let the thing bounce here a little bit. So, you know, by no means was I chasing anymore at this point. Not just because you don't chase doesn't mean that it's still going to be a winning trade, but feel a lot better with it now. But I will go ahead and pause this one. I mean, it's a fast mover, but it's not a fast mover. So I will, like I said, well, let me think this through right now. If it does come back down, do I want to potentially add? And yeah, I could see wanting to add at 145.50. So add to a winning trade, as that would, you know, be confirmation that I am right, that this thing does indeed want to come back down. So I am highly likely to add at 145.50, but I also don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Let's just first see if this thing even wants to roll over. And if it does, then yeah, I can see myself adding to a winner at 145.50. So once again at 146, trying to push down through it. And once again, hold strong. So I will go ahead and pause for now. All right, well, was through 146, because if this thing starts to pick up momentum to the downside, I'd rather capture that on video. So like I said, we're knocking on 146, but just struggling to build any sort of downside momentum. Yeah, really, really struggling. So took off 150 there actually, just because I'm not sure I trust this anymore. So could still be a losing trade. But if this wants to come down, then I still have 200 shares. So it's not like I'm missing out on things. But like I said, I really don't feel that great about it. So took off another 100 there. Mainly because the markets overall looking like they could very well be bottoming out here. Now, I hope to be wrong, and if I'm wrong, great. I still have 100 shares to participate in this move. And, well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, held. Take off another 50 there. So I got that one wrong. Did not need to scale out, so I'm just going to take my 68 bucks. But the good thing is, then, you know, even if you're wrong, you can still make money. So yes, I was wrong on that one. Maybe I got a little too antsy, but given the calendar context, time of year, things can get really choppy. Things can get snappy. But yeah, I can, you know, admit that maybe didn't play that one as well as I should have. But again, to be fair, had the price all of a sudden snapped back against me, I'd be sitting there saying, "Good job, Clay. You got out when you should have." So I mean, there's always a little bit of, you know, hindsight confirmation bias and all this. But all right, so there's my first trade. You know, it is, you know, nothing huge, but I'll take it. So 68 bucks. I will pause and see what else is out there. So maybe it wasn't as bad as what I thought I played it, as the price is now just returned back upward. So I didn't quite nail the bottom where I got out, but pretty close. Regardless, though, I stand by what I said. Probably was a little too aggressive at that point in time. In hindsight, like I said, not, you know, making me look not as bad as what I maybe thought it was. But again, that's all confirmation hindsight bias, right? After we know what happens, it's easy to sit there and critique ourselves and say, "Oh, well, I should have done that." Well, yeah, of course you should have done all that stuff when you knew what happened. I am, though, interested at 147. So still got a ways to go. But if this thing wants to pop up to 147, I could see myself interested there. But like I said, yeah, as of now, feeling better about how I played it. But with that being said, at that moment in time, if I'm being brutally honest with myself, still a bit too aggressive to hop out where I did, even if it does seemingly appear that was a good move at that time. Probably not so much. Just tricky market, because the market as itself looks like it maybe wants to bounce, so it's got me a little hesitant with all these. But I mean, you look at Tesla and it's looking like it maybe wants to, you know, make a move back down. So I guess what I'm saying is not a really clear picture, at least for me. Maybe you're seeing the market a lot better, and good. I'm glad you are. But yeah, for me, sometimes, you know, Okay, exactly. All right, that's what I mean. It was looking like it was maybe going to come down and all that fast, just a green candle. What's Nvidia doing? Yeah, just putzing around now. Netflix was... Oh, okay, 284.75, 286. That could be interesting. Yeah, that spread though. Over on mRNA. Oh wow, look at this 5-minute time frame. Wow, literally straight down. All right, I'll pause. All right, watching 116.15. Okay, all in there. So very tight stop on this one. So this thing's either coming back down off this VWAP or it's not. And as of now, it is. So let's see if I can get some more from it. Took off another 50. Still have 150 left. So have 100 left. This is fantastic. Relative to what was being risked, absolutely fantastic trade right now. Absolutely fantastic. Again, I had a very, very tight stop loss on that trade, and it moved in my favor, so I am making well over what was being risked, which is fantastic. Let's see if we can get this break at 115.40. Nice. Wouldn't it be something if I could get 115 here? Can I get even more? I'm getting a bit greedy here, but that's right. I can be greedy because okay, I gave it a chance. Got to take some off there. And I say I can be greedy because I'm already so far ahead of what was being risked. Absolutely fantastic trade. Still have 25 shares left. Wow. Fantastic. Now, maybe I'm not making a ton, but again, relative to what was being risked, absolutely fantastic trade. Let's see. Got in at 15. So I was risking 35 cents on that. And my final exit point, I made $1.15. So was risking 35 cents on that. 35 cents per share, I should say, not total. 35 cents per share. And walking away with that final allotment at $1.15 per share. Fantastic. Wow, I'm pumped up about that. Now, yes, the hindsight voices show up. Clay, why didn't you do more size? You should have done more size. Yeah, you're right. But that's the hindsight, right? That's hindsight voices for you. Let me 15, 25, 35. Yeah, 35. No, not even that. Not even that. Look at mRNA still going. But, wow, awesome. Nothing like getting a trade where you're like, wow, compared to what was being risked, I just got way more than 1-to-1. That is some good stuff there. Looking at the time, 10:45. And for you that are maybe new to my channel, I do what's called the be done in 30 approach, meaning on average, I want to be done after 30 minutes. So yes, as of now, I'm a little above average. Sometimes I'm done in like 5 minutes though. And I do that because day trading is one of several streams of income. I'm a big believer in multiple streams of income. And I do day trading Not because I need a private jet or a Lamborghini. If those are your goals, fantastic. I do it because I want the freedom of time as a father of 5 young kids. I want to be able to spend time with them. I want to work on my real estate investing. I want to work on the teaching business at claytrader.com. So I just want to have the flexibility, the freedom of time. And if I can put, what am I up? 256 with commissions. I don't know, let's call it 250 just to make it easy. If I can make 250 in 45 minutes, I'm going to do that. I would never go up to somebody that makes a minimum wage, or let's just say somebody makes 25 bucks an hour, or let's just do this. Let's say if they make 50 bucks an hour, I would never go up to somebody that makes 50 bucks an hour and say, I made 250 bucks in 45 minutes. I'm not very happy about it. They would look at me as the biggest greedy savage on the planet. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and just end on that good note. A very, very nice risk reward trade there that worked out beautifully. And, actually really made my day. I mean, 187 on that trade when I wasn't even risking anywhere close to 187 is fantastic. Put me up at 250 for 45 minutes worth of quote unquote work. I will take it. So that's all I have. If you enjoy these, do a couple things for me. Hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Thanks for hanging out. Take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.